One of the greatest dangers of this century is the growing disbelief in heaven, in hell or in God. We don't hear much about hell these days. But that doesn't mean there is no such place. I know hell. I've seen it. Especially when I walked at the death doorstep, I see, I feel and hear the tormented. I saw the face of the evil up close and personal. I saw some of the most inhumane acts man can do to man. Someone lets me witness the truth about hell. One night, I found myself on an unusual, creepy, and horrifying trip that nobody wants to take. I saw an open field of fire, where devils, evil angels, false prophets, beasts and evil men's live. A place that has no rest day or night. Souls are shouting, cursing and cried on agony because of eternal punishment. Then there's a voice calling out my name. He loudly speaks on my mind. He tells me where I am going. There are rooms in every corner. He led me at the first room. I saw a long hands trying to grab a naked woman cuddling in horror. The voice said, "She's a woman that steals husband from a wife that causes her to live on agony for years, together with her children." I nodded and I walked on the second room. I saw eyes, nose, hands and different parts of the body. He said, "Dotun, if your eye causes you to stumble, pluck it out. It is better for you to enter the kingdom of God with one eye than to have two eyes and be thrown into hell." And then, I came to the third room, where blood didn't stop dripping from the walls. That's the blood of the sinners, one of the great triumphs of Satan. It keeps dripping because souls don't stop arriving. Evil men bled them to death before entering this place. Am I one of them? I asked. Then, there is silence. No one answered back. Hey, where are you? Don't leave me, I beg you. Please, I don't like this place. Let me out, I cried as I run fast. This time, I felt the horror entering my nerves. I screamed it then until my voice was hoarse. I saw children, oldies, women and men keeping an eye on me. Now they can see me. They are calling for help. Someone grabbed my hands. I felt stinging and sore sensation. As time went on, I began to feel even more ill at ease. "Let me go," I said. But the invisible one didn't let my hands go. It drags me other place. A place that is so familiar. A real world, I guess. It was an old apartment full of vile individuals. "Who are you? What is this place?" I asked. But then again, no one answered. I felt all alone even there are people roaming around. I saw a man beating her pregnant wife until she was black and blue, her red blood staining the carpet around her pale body. Also, a woman with a bottle of pills who drowned them with vodka, after his fiancé died in a car accident. A family shot dead after a burglar gone wrong. A newborn left for days till ends. Then, there are children's, I tried to talk to them. They are so sad and horrified. They are neglected and abandoned by their parents. Somehow, I want to communicate with them. I know they can see and hear me. But I cannot hug them. Nor talk to anyone. I'm just here to watch. My senses are aching. I find myself crying in the corner. I came to realize that I can do nothing to save these people from suffering and living just like in hell. And being doomed to haunt this place for eternity, while being helpless to help the helpless, is worse than any hell I could have imagined while I was living. Then suddenly the lights turned off and I was enveloped by an oppressive blackness. I started to breath hard, I tried swallowing and felt a hard pressure against my throat. Pushing and not letting go. Then the pressure jumped and was under jawline, squeezing so that my whole neck was collapsing inwards. I fell on my knees. I began crawling along the hallway, all alone. Propelling myself along by my elbows, still choking and I gasping for air. The fire started to burn my skin. My heart is beating so hard, it had physically ached me as well. Suddenly, whatever neck tightened experience it is, it came to the point I heard the voice again. "Wake up, my child." The sun was coming up and there was a fresh light in an unfamiliar room. It was all white. I was drenched in sweat, and lay in bed for about a half of hour, too shocked to move. It was a very intense dream that God awakened in me the seed of it, at a time when I was recovering from a breakdown. Yes, I was here at the hospital recovering from suicidal attempt from drinking poison. I wanted to stop my life because I was struggling life's worst case scenarios. Living in poverty, having no father in my life, and self-pitying. But God didn't leave me and come to wipe away my tears. He toured me to hell, for me to realize my mistakes. He let me see that my tears are the telescope by which I can see the heaven. Thank God, I'm still breathing. Then I prayed, don't take me soon because I believed, I am here for a reason. Especially I already know my worth, to be a living testimony about the truth behind the word hell. Then, I finally convinced myself to get up and swung my legs out under the blanket. I saw my father sleeping in the couch. I cried and smile. I may now live with peace, grace, a hatred free.